Start off by on the benefits of the Wildcat, why you should run the Wildcat. Essentially, it's really just it's a direct snap offense. I mean, if you have a mobile quarterback, you could just do it with him. If you want to take out your quarterback, put in a running back, you could do that. So, it gives you flexibility as far as who you want the direct snap player to be. All right, so basically it's just direct snap. If you got a mobile quarterback, great, because then the passing game is really enhanced. All right, but let's just start off benefits of it. Simplicity, straightforward formation, making it perfect for youth football. Direct snap to one of your best players and let them work out in space and get numbers at the point of attack. Because what the best thing about the Wildcat offense is really that you're eliminating the quarterback exchange. He's just got a run back's just going to catch it and go. There are some plays where the direct snap player will have to execute a handoff exchange, but the end of the day, you're taking out the quarterback and you're gaining an extra blocker at the point of attack, or someone that could run a fake rather than just have the quarterback hand out, carry out his bootleg fake, or carry out a fake to the right or left. So you're actually gaining an extra player that you could gain as an extra blocker, or you could have him do a fake. You just gain another player at the point of attack. So that's what's great about it. Confusion in the defense. It's actually a very difficult formation to align to. I mean, there's a variety of different Wildcat formations. This is more so the traditional one. You can move the H here, and then you'll have almost pretty much a three-man surface to each side. So, there's a lot of different options. You go Z over here, you go X over here. So there's a lot of different things you can do just off of this base formation. So that's great. It's versatile. It's a lot more versatile than you think. It's not, there's a lot of deception that could be added. You can block this way, you can hand to the edge, you can do revert. There's all kinds of different plays you could do. But let's start off with the Wildcat formation. Right now we have the X on the line, Z off the ball out wide. So that two receiver look is tough because they're either going to have to bring the safety over to match it, or they'll have to bump out the outside linebacker. So depending on what the defense does, will determine where they're vulnerable. So this is a really tough formational line. You got a three-man surface here. We got tackle over. So if we would go heavy, we would call this heavy right. So the X would be to the right. Our left tackle would come over and play over tackle to the right. If we wanted to do heavy left, it'd be left guard, left tackle, right tackle, and then the Y would be here. So again, everything's just to the right. So you got a three-man surface here. Okay, you have two tackles to the play side, so you get a lot. It's a really strong run strength. When you have two tackles there, like usually it's a guard, tackle, and tight end. You got two tackles in your guard here. So, you have some size, you have some run strength there. So we got a two-man surface to the left here. Got the guard, the Y. Technically he's eligible, okay, because he's the end man on the line. He's not covered here. Okay, we have the slot out here, the H here, direct snap player here, and again the X on the line. We like to compress our X because I think we get more out of it. It opens up our ability to crack, okay, and it helps us with outbreaking routes, and it's a little bit better spacing. You have more route options from your X when you have them a little more compressed. Okay, so that's a little bit of the formation. Quarterback's at 4 yards. Okay, we have him the direct snap player, I'll say. We'll have his heels at 4. Wildcat offense core plays. Okay, so we got jet sweep, we got power, we got ISO, counter, trap, lead sweep, power pass, seams, and smash. Power pass is obviously a pass, play action pass off of power. Seams is a nice blitz beater, and smash is just a good passing concept. So first play we'll go over is jet sweep. You can see the slot comes in full speed motion. We hand off, get a nice crack on the edge. You get a stalk block here. We'll have the H arc for the outside linebacker. And then it's just a great play to get one of your best athletes the ball in space. Outnumber, outflank the defense, and boom, get your athlete the ball in space. So the motion timing does take some reps. Okay, you do have to practice it. Every timing is different. It depends on player speed, player age. So the motion timing is definitely something you have to work out yourself. And what's great about jet sweep is you only have to block 2 or 3 defenders to gain big yardage. That's what we love about jet. We block him, and him. You got a big play. And then not only that, all these eyes go on the motion player, so it opens up some stuff off of Jet. But it's Jet Sweep. If you guys follow our site, our pages, you know we're a big fan of the Jet Sweep. All right, so here's the Wildcat Power. This is essentially, I had Jet Sweep first, but the Wildcat Power is really the play that this offense is built around. Okay, so the S will come in motion. We'll get a double team on the point of attack. The H will get a kick out of the DN. We'll stalk here. We'll stalk here. Carry out a good fake. And we're going to wrap the backside guard. Center's going to double the nose. And the Y is going to replace the guard. These guys are not too worried about. Okay, so catch a snap. Boom, we want to get right behind the butt of this wrapping guard so we can cut right off the block. So that's power versus odd front. Okay, it's a 5-3 here. Got a nose guard. And let's block this up versus even. Okay, now when we run this against an even front, the double team does change. Okay, we're not going to double the nose. We're just going to block back on him. And we're actually going to still double this play side defensive end. Okay, so this outside linebacker a lot of times will be off the ball, but I have him drawn up here. Okay, and so but yeah, this is personnel wise is an even front because both guards are covered. So our center will always block the backside A-gap defender. Our Y is going to hinge the backside, or you could even just have him climb to this backer, or you could just have him go right to the end. Okay. H is going to kick out this outside linebacker. Now, the even front in the 4-4 versus like a 6-2. Sometimes he'll be on the line here. Sometimes he'll be off the ball. So make sure your H understands that he may not be on the line like a true stand-up DN. He may be off the ball, but he is the force player. He's their contained player, so that's who we want to kick out. So we're going to get a kick out of the outside backer here. We're going to get a deuce. Okay, we call it double team deuce on our E, on the defensive end here, by our over tackle and our right tackle. Guard's going to step play side, base this tackle. Then we need a good jet sweep fake here. All right, here's the ISO play. Great play. You know, you don't have to worry about pulling. You don't have to worry about it's just big on big. Everyone's just blocking, step and play side, and get downhill. It doesn't get any more simple than this. Running this off of jet action will help because it'll draw eyes. But on ISO, we just insert our H. We're going to isolate the inside linebacker here. We're going to stalk here. Good jet sweep fake. We're going to base this end out. Step play side, base the tackle. Right guard. It's going to work onto the backside linebacker. You could still double team on this. Okay, you could call deuce and have the right guard and right tackle double this kid. Okay, but there are options here. You could have this kid kick out and have him insert. So there's a lot of different options to run ISO. Okay, so but everyone's just gonna base block, and then we're gonna isolate this inside backer. We need a good jet sweep fake. So that's ISO play, very simple. Counter play. And you could see how all these plays set each other up. It starts with jet, and then jet power. Okay, and then jet power receiving front, and then jet ISO. Could also run weak ISO here. Could flip the H. Okay, and just run it to the weak side. Or if they're over shifting, you could just go ISO left to the weak side here. So that's something to keep in mind. Now counter, here's a great play. This is great for when teams really start to adjust. Okay, this is GH counter. So basically we're faking jet sweep. He's going to stalk block. He's going to stalk block. Tackle is going to replace the left over tackle is going to replace the right tackle. Right tackle, excuse me, is going to replace the pulling guard. So the right guard is going to pull. He's going to kick out the defensive end. Aiming point is the inside hip. Okay, we want to head in the hole. We want to run our feet and drive them out. The center is going to block back. Okay, this is versus an even front. So he's going to block the backside A-gap defender. So this is the backside A-gap defender. The left guard is going to climb for the mic. Okay, and the Y is going to down block on this D tackle. Okay, I have him drawn up as a nose, but it's a D tackle. I just didn't want to change the lettering. Okay, and then the backside H is going to pull and wrap for this outside backer. Okay, so quarterback's going to catch a snap. We don't want him to get too caught up in the fake. Okay, we want him just to step with the motion. And then as that H crosses his face, he pulls it and goes. Okay, so again, we need a great fake from the S here. And everyone else is just stock blocking out here. Now trap, here's one of my favorite plays. I got trap versus even front here. I'm sorry, versus odd front. I got a shaded nose. But we're always going to trap on our short traps. Okay, we're going to trap the defensive tackle, the first defender past the center. to the play side. So in this look, okay, we got a 3-tech, so we're going to trap him. Okay, the center is going to block back on this kid. We're going to pull right off the center's butt. We're going to kick out the DN. Aiming point is the inside hip of this defender. So we want our head in the hole. Inside hip aiming point, run our feet, drive them out. The Y could just base the end out. Okay, and this hits very fast. If you have another linebacker or you want him to try to get the wheel, you can, because this kid really isn't going to impact the play. Okay, it just hits fast. But we have him base the E because it is out of the gun. So it does take a half a second. So he may impact the play a little bit or have a chance to if he's a really good athlete and timing your snap counts. So we just honestly, he'll check for a blitzer. If no blitzer, he's just going to base out. H is going to just base out here. Gives us a little bit of a power look. And a stalk, and good fake on jet sweep. So QB catches it. We go right up the midline. Okay. And then he bangs it right back up, out, and then up. Now, if this center had a nose directly on him, you can deuce this. Okay. You could have the left guard double the nose. Okay. And then he could climb or work back to the will, because you have to get this kid blocked. If this kid anchors and is able to really penetrate, it'll kind of mess up the play. So if you want, you can have the left guard and center double this kid. All right, so that's trap. Bleed sweep, very simple. I do like this play because our snap count is red, set, go. We go on one a lot, and then when we want to mix up our snap count, we'll just go no play, which will be red, set, go. Then we go through our cadence again. But on here it's it's a longer count, so it'll be red, set, go, go. So we can do this on 2. So once they start timing a snap count, a lot of times you may get them to jump off sides. So this is a longer snap count. He is past the center when this ball snaps. Just as he's passing the center, okay, the ball needs to be snapped. What this does, it gives us even another blocker at the point of attack. So we're going to motion him across, and we get a +1 here. If they don't roll down or the corner doesn't roll with him, you're going to get an extra blocker. So if you see they're not running with your motion, you can motion them across and have him as a blocker, and you gain a +1, or you can motion him across and have him run a pass route, because then technically he'll be open, right? Because no one's accounting for him. So we like to motion the extra guy over. We'll get a stalk block here. Our compressed X will crack at the end. If your leftover tackle could log him or seal him here, that's great. Then he could stalk. But we like to arc our H, and then the Q is going to catch it, get right behind the S. So there's a lot of different blocking combinations here. You could just have him stalk. You could cheat the H out and have him seal, have him stalk, and just have these guys step play side and work the cutoff. So there's a lot of different options out of this. Okay, and then make sure your X cheats a split in a little bit and takes a good downhill path. I have this drawn actually too much upfield. He needs to step down and then seal him. Okay, because if he takes false steps upfield, this kid might beat him underneath, and then you don't want him to clip him or miss the block. So no false steps. He's going to come right down the line of scrimmage, block down on this kid. And again, if you don't want to do it like this, just stalk block here, move the H out, and have him seal the end. All right, so it's however you want to do it. Now the Wildcat formation pass plays, okay, this is power pass. You should always have a play action pass off of your best run play. Power will be one of your best run plays. Okay, so we're gonna, and nothing changes. The motion timing doesn't change. So we're gonna run this like it's jet sweep. Okay, we're gonna get a corner from the X. We're gonna get a slant from the Y. Okay, we almost have him run a slant and then it turns into a skinny post. Okay, we kind of slant in and then we bang it back up. But he's gonna cut off the back of the X. So we have a high-low here too. So if it's man coverage, the X will probably be open. So you really want your quarterback to work high to low, right? This is really just a clear out to get this corner out of here. But he could be open if they blitz everyone or the safety rolls over, then the middle of the field's open. But you always want your quarterback to work the ladder. That's what we always say. You want to start top, start from the big play all the way down, okay? Because if this is open, we want the touchdown. If that's not open, he could look to check down or run. Because if then no one runs across with him, a lot of times he's wide open. And we do have the H kind of go across, kind of like a split zone look here, okay, to block the backside. Because 2-man surface, this kid's pretty much going to have a free run. So we got to kind of do something to secure the backside passing. So that's what we like to do. All right, seams. This is a great blitz beater. We're going to go no motions on this. We'll call this Virginia. But it's because it's really four verticals. It's just, if we're getting pressure, we look to hit the Y fast. We'll either say one or two. One meaning he's going to read. Say we have all right. Say we have a play called. They're lined up. They're blitzing everyone, and we need a blitz beater. We'll just say check Virginia one. So one will say, hey, you're going to look Y first, which would mean this kid's probably blitzing he's on the line and going to blitz. So we like to hit him. If this kid's coming off the edge, we'll go Virginia two. So his first look will be to the right. Okay, and if he doesn't hear anything, his first look is automatically to the tight end. It's a tight end pop pass, right? When they blitz, yeah, you throw to the tight end behind it. Essentially, that's what it is. It's also a four vertical concept here. If you like your matchups here, you could just catch and then throw. So seams is great blitz beater. It's also four verts, so it's a shot play. Smash passing concept, great concept for football. Very underutilized on youth football level. All right, so Y is going to hinge the backside. We're going to go jet motion here. We're going to fake jet sweep. Again, he's still an option. He's going to run a hitch. He's going to run a corner. Okay, we want to hit the corner. Most of the time, this kid is the one we want to hit. If the corners are off or they're really bailing, we could look to hit the hitch. And then if you don't have a clear read or this isn't open, look to check down to our jet sweep player in space. So, it's never a bad option to throw it to one of our athletes in space.